All right, let's get right into it. We're about to take a journey, a deep dive into the mind of one of the most famous, unreliable narrators in all of literature. And we're going to do it his way, using his own words to see just how this whole twisted story unfolds, from the plan to the crime and right down to the paranoia that just completely takes over.
So, bam, right out of the gate, he hits us with this. See, he's not just telling a story here. He's pleading a case. He's desperate for us to believe he's not crazy. And just like that, he's put us on the spot, right? We're the jury, and we have to sit here and listen to his side of things.
All right, let's hear the man out. What's his argument? Well, his very first piece of evidence, his proof of sanity, is, ironically, something that sounds like the textbook definition of madness. And this right here, this is the central puzzle of the whole story. He's basically saying, this illness didn't make me weaker, it made me better. He claims his senses are dialed up to 11, especially his hearing. I mean, he says he can hear things from heaven and from hell. For him, that's not madness. Oh no, that's an upgrade, a superpower even. Okay, so every crime has a motive. That's basic stuff. But this is where our narrator's whole I'm sane argument really starts to fall apart. He's trying so hard to explain why he did what he did, but the reason? Let's just say it's not logical at all. He's super clear about this. It wasn't about hate. He says he loved the old man. It wasn't about money either. No passion, no greed, none of the usual suspects. The reason, the entire reason, was just one thing. Something totally obsessive and, well, insane. It was his eye. And listen to how he describes it. It's not just an eye, it's a vulture eye. That image alone, right? It's a symbol of death, and it literally sends a chill down his spine. In his mind, the eye isn't even part of the old man anymore. It's its own thing, an evil eye that has to be eliminated. So, with this bizarre motive locked in, he gets to work. And here we go again. He uses his careful step-by-step planning as more proof that he's sane. His logic is, hey, a crazy person couldn't be this organized, right? I mean, just look at this ritual. It is so slow, so precise. He says he moved slower than the minute hand on a clock. This isn't some sudden, crazy impulse. This is a cold, calculated routine he does every single night. And it's all leading to one awful conclusion. And get this is a key detail. For 7 whole nights, he can't do it. And why not? Because remember, he's not trying to kill the old man, he's trying to kill the evil eye. And if the eye is closed, well, mission aborted. For him, that distinction means everything. And then comes night number 8. This is it. Everything is about to change. He's feeling cocky, more powerful than ever. He's absolutely sure tonight's the night. But yeah, this night is going to be different, for sure. So here we are, the main event. After a whole week of silent, creepy stalking, that perfect, careful plan, it's about to get blown to pieces. Suddenly, the silence is shattered. The old man is wide awake. Now, you'd think our guy would run, right? Nope. He stands there, stock still, in the pitch black, for an entire hour. He can just feel the old man's fear building, and he says he could sense that death was standing there, chilling. This is it, the moment of truth. He lifts the cover on his lantern, and there it is, the vulture eye, wide open, staring into the dark. And in that instant, his rage just boils over, and that's when he hears it, a new sound. Ah, yes, the sound, the telltale heart itself. He describes it as the sound of the old man's heart beating out of pure terror. It gets so loud that our narrator is terrified the neighbors are going to hear it. And that sound is what finally makes him snap. He attacks, smothers the old man, and the beating finally stops. The eye is gone forever. But hold on, the story isn't over, not by a long shot. Because the murder itself is one thing, but what he does next, he's maybe even more proud of that. For him, hiding the body is the final brilliant flourish, the ultimate proof of his sanity. So he asks us again, you think I'm mad? He's literally bragging about how well he cleaned up the crime scene. It's this huge disconnect, right? The gruesome reality versus his calm, clinical pride. He thinks it makes him sound smart, but, well, It really, really doesn't. And he just lays it all out step by gruesome step. No guilt, no remorse, just mission accomplished. He's taken care of the body, hidden it perfectly under the floor. The crime is perfect. He's gotten away with it. Or so he thinks.
And you know what they say about pride, right? It's this absolute confidence, this arrogance that's going to be his downfall. His perfect crime is about to completely unravel, not from the outside, but from the inside.
So, knock knock, the real world comes calling. Turns out a neighborhood is scream, and now there are 3 police officers at the door. You think he'd be panicked, but no, he's cool as a cucumber. In fact, he's so confident, he actually gives them a tour. He brings them right into the old man's room. And then, in the ultimate act of hubris, he brings in some chairs and has them sit down, with his own chair placed right on the exact spot where the body is hidden. And that's when it begins. That sound again. A low, dull thumping. Just like before. He knows exactly what it is. And it starts getting louder and louder. His cool demeanor just evaporates. He starts talking really fast, scraping his chair on the floor, anything to drown out this noise that, of course, no one else can hear. His mind is just racing. Paranoia takes the wheel. He sees the cops chatting and smiling, and he becomes absolutely convinced that they hear it too. He thinks they know. They're just playing with him, mocking him, enjoying his torment. That superpower of his hearing, it's turned on him, big time. And that's it. He can't take it anymore. He just breaks. In this huge, frantic outburst, he confesses to the whole thing. He's yelling at them to pull off the floorboards, completely driven over the edge by a sound that was never really there. Which leaves us with the one final creepy question. What was that sound? Was it really the old man's heart beating from beyond the grave? Or, and this is way scarier if you ask me, was it just the sound of his own guilt, his own heart, beating so loudly it finally forced him to confess, proving once and for all that he was mad all along?